Ash versus Yugi. Pokemon versus Yugioh. Death battle. I wanted to watch this video, especially because it's death battle, and didn't want to leave y'all out. So here we are. And yes, the light still has not came. Can't switch back to the 4K camera right now.
Perfect.
Right, Pikachu?
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Fly!
Ash Ketchum versus Yugi Moto.
The biggest question from the playground. Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
My money's on Yu-Gi-Oh.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I smell a sponsor.
This is a big episode.
Yep, I smell a sponsor. Hold up.
Hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon.
Oh, the kids get their first one at age 10. If you don't sleep in like Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town.
Ash wanted to be a Pokemon master, though he didn't.
And still ain't a Pokemon. All these years, still ain't a damn Pokemon master.
Didn't really know what that meant yet.
How about taking down your rivals to be the very best, like no one ever was? Better than Gary and his dumb groupies.
Well, Ash knew he'd find his answers at
That is the funniest thing right now, bro. That nigga's age 10 for 25 years. That's a long-running joke in the Pokemon community.
the Pokemon League tournament.
So Oak hooked him up with the electric mouse, Pikachu, and went, he's your problem now, stupid.
Pikachu
Fat
was
gerbil.
a lot. The new duo had a rocky start, but after an intense first day together, the rest, as they say, is history.
25 seasons, over 1,200 episodes, and the cornerstone of 2000s culture.
Yup.
Ash spent decades as a 10-year-old on the great Pokemaniac journey.
We should note, we are prioritizing the anime that Ash is from, which often differs from the original games that inspired it.
Ash is equipped with tons of Pokeballs and an all-knowing Pokedex. That's also a Pokemon. But in a fight, Ash usually chooses Pikachu. Give the yellow red enough voltage and you'll regret it. Even ground types that would be immune to electric attacks in the games can't stop what this Pikachu dishes out.
Yet somehow Ash is just fine after repeatedly getting zapped by this same electricity. Over time, Pikachu learned Volt Tackle, Electro Web, Electro Ball, and
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt!
Thunderbolt,
the perfect attack for Okoing flamboyant thieves and air balloons. Looks like they're blasting off again.
25 years, they still ain't successful.
so clearly the anime doesn't follow the game rules. Like when Pikachu shot himself with his own thunder while on Swellow, who, you know, is vulnerable to lightning.
But somehow they use thunder as a super armor.
Crazy,
He even
right?
learned how to deflect attacks by just spinning really fast. Whee!
Speaking of fast, Pikachu has intercepted lightning, but Quick Attack increases that speed even more.
And his Iron Tail really pairs well with Ash's offensive style. The guy plays crazy, opting for big damage over stalling.
Ash's style is so unusual that when a robot scanned his tactics, it exploded.
As the great philosophers put it, if it works, is it still stupid?
Ash and Pikachu's bond is magnetic and brought them new
That's
allies.
a good question.
Misty, Brock, Serena, just to name a few. Underneath the stubbornness and crispy bikes, they are loyal friends.
Just like Ash's Pokemon. They're not just collecting dust in a shiny hunting box. Ash's League ID won't let him carry more than 6 at a time, but if he needs them, they'll all come running.
For the people that's watching the new Pokemon anime, has Ash shown up yet? Let me know in the comment section.
Water types like Squirtle and Lapras are key in seafaring fights, and Ash can combine their water attacks with Glalie Ice Beam.
One time, his Weasel got frozen while using Aqua Jet, which is fine. Now
And if he didn't show up at all, that's fine. I mean, whatever.
he's using Ice Aqua Battering Ram.
Grass types like Bulbasaur and Torterra induce status effects and heal with Synthesis.
But Sceptile's a menace. Yeah, so you got a big, scary Darkrai. Eat this Leaf Blade, Smeargle victim! Or that's what I would say if Tobias did an action replay of frickin' Latios. Give my man a win, 4Kids.
Well, 4Kids just did the localization. They didn't write the show.
They just get me heated. Almost as much as in Fernape's Flare Blitz.
I don't blame you. 4Kids be censoring so much shit, bro. It be pissing me off. But I can agree that some openings that 4Kids did was fire. For example, Sonic X. For example, One Piece. The One Piece 4 kids opening for the first one was fire. Don't care. Bite me. I bet there's a lot of people out there that can agree with me. The rap was fire and is to this day. I don't care. It's fire.
Then I'll set my Inferno to overdrive, get my revenge, and incineroar.
Hey.
Ash had a fiery passion for reaching the top ASAP, but Charizard wasn't on board. Pursuing pride over packs, Ash lost the Viridian Force for the trees and fumbled the Indigo League.
Harsh lesson, but one he needed. Ash started bonding with Pokemon at a deeper level, and that friendship motivated them to dodge light speed moves like Solar Beam and Psybeam.
Charizard came around too. He's the last one you want to see on the field. Even if you have a Blastoise like Gary, Ash will call for the most unexpected signature move.
Seismic Toss!
Hey.
The people's elbow of Pokemon. Charizard's so strong, his flamethrower melts boulders. The Pokemon world is wild.
Ash's Pokedex spells it out. Vanillix causes blizzards. Magikarp leaps over mountains and into space.
People don't understand how powerful Pokemon would be in real life. The government will probably weaponize them to some degree, like nigga, they weaponizing stuff already right now. So what make you think that they not gonna weaponize some Pokemon to do absolutely everything around here? Just saying.
Dusknoir pulls souls into the spirit world.
Oh, and Pikachu cleared a storm as wide as an island. Gotta catch 'em all. Surfetch, Butterfree, Heracross, Scraggy, Lycanroc, Palpitoad, Torkoal, Snivy.
With
That
new
rap is
regions,
fire
so are
too.
new flying types like Pidgeot. On land, Ash has physical offense like Melmetal and Crocodile, and Gibble will drop Draco Meteors on anyone, but mainly Piplup.
You want physical? Look at Ash. This twerp somehow carried around a Cosmoem, which canonically weighs over a ton. Oh, and this huge log that's basically a whole tree? He chucked it like it was nothing. Ash can choose his own hands if he wants, and he does a lot. Maybe his secret is watching the Minnesota Vikings.
Resilience is the bare minimum to HMO1 cut it in the tall grass. Humans and Pokemon must protect and enrich each other's lives.
Like Mimey, the Mr. Mime back home who mind boggles you with Reflect, Light Screen, and Psychic.
Bro, imagine being a robber and you go in somebody's house and that house happens to be Ash Ketchum. Oh yeah, you cooked, homeboy. Yeah, you better go ahead and turn the other direction. It's not gonna end up well for you. Just saying.
Yep, that Mr. Mime, the stepdad who Ash caught in a Pokeball and brought home. Oh, so that's how it works.
Ash figured out new ways to bond with his pals with Aura. It's a life force that interacts with souls and links Ash with Lucario.
This Jackal excels at CQC and shoots steel beams and aura spheres. And with Mega Evolution, Lucario's power surges enough to defeat champion Cynthia's Garchomp.
A Mega would have been handy at the Safari Zone when Ash accidentally caught 30 Tauros. And he keeps hugging them. Ash, they're bulls.
Ash genuinely loves his little guys, but boy does it suck to see him lose the Pokemon League over and over again.
Over and over. It'd
Just
be pissing
turn the
me
hat
off.
backwards and lock in.
That turning the hat don't mean nothing.
Strength is not in battle theory, but is nurtured bonds. He knows Pokemon feelings better than anyone. With Greninja, Ash learned to synchronize their senses and movements, transforming him into Ash Greninja.
After looking at some people in the comment section's comments about the Ash Great Ninja fight versus the Charizard X, I see now why he lost. But it's still, whatever.
Comes with a huge power increase, but there's a catch. Ash shares Greninja's pain. A small price to pay for the ultimate water shuriken.
Ash Greninja ran the ones with Champion Diantha's Mega Gardevoir. And just a normal Gardevoir can conjure black holes.
Ash's Pokemon and teamwork get along like rice balls and jelly-filled donuts. They saved the world from Lysander, who tried to kill all life. They fought the giants. The Reggie kind, not the New York ones, who halted Regigigas, who can tow entire regions.
Ash's team battled Steven Stone and Alon, who fought the terraforming primal forms of Groudon and Kyogre.
Don't get me started on Alon. Ash did everything right, but no, Greninja still lost to his Charizard after only getting hit 3 times.
Crazy.
How does Blast Burn beat Water Shuriken?
Crazy.
Get your type charts right, poor kids.
Boomstick 4 Kids weren't even around anymore when this aired. Regardless, after his loss at Kalos, Ash traveled to Alola and beyond to train. And thanks to some really delicious soup, his new Gengar Gigantamaxed.
Kaiju Gengar! He haunts foes with G-Max Terror, or even swallows them up. I bet it smells nasty in there.
Ash and Pikachu also scored a buff with their Z move. All they need is a power ring, some JoJo poses, and Thunderbolt will evolve into
10 million volt Thunderbolt! This rainbow lightning is their ace. You see this coming? You're cooked. Absorb electricity? Cooked. Fused with
What the hell was that? Hold up! Satoshi going crazy. Hold up!
an Ultra Beast? Cooked.
Ash journeyed so much that monsters from another dimension are nothing to him. Naganadel is a poisonous sniper, and Solgaleo is basically the sun god, a legendary Pokemon whose Sunsteel Strike lights up the universe.
Ash got a god in his bag for just being a nice dude. Smell you later, Gary.
In fact, when Ash and friends band together, they can halt Dialga's Roar of Time. And Dialga literally controls the concept of time. Is there a legendary Pokemon he hasn't befriended?
But it all started with Pikachu, so it was gonna end with Pikachu. In the Tournament of Champions, and Alon, Ash faced the #1 trainer. Finally, after 3,000 years, we're free! 4 kids, let my boy win! Yes!
Sure. Ash did his best, and he had no regrets. Now free to hand over his torch to new bright-eyed trainer.
Yeah! Oh, such a sad time it was. Oh, yeah. It broke the internet and went worldwide that the show was ending and a new show was happening. Like, bro, come on now, man.
Ash realized that to him, a Pokemon Master was someone who was friends with every Pokemon. So he and Pikachu threw a stick in the air and walked the way it landed, because in the world of Pokemon, the journey continues.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say it one more time. In the new anime, has Ash shown up at all? Let me know. All right, on to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Many a theorist have tried to solve the mystery of ancient Egypt. What was the secret to such a glorious civilization?
Time travel? The divine hand? Aliens? Nah, they were gamers.
Egyptians played games with sorcery. These magical ceremonies punished dark hearts with swift death. The Shadow Game.
No, Wiz, they were banished to the Shadow Realm. Wink.
Sadly, the way of the Shadow Games was lost across time and the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle. It's said the one who solves the puzzle would pass judgment on evil, and in the modern day, Yugimoto reassembled it and wished for a friend.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn that jam up! Yugi was a shy kid that helped run his grandpop's game shop.
But little did he know that completing the puzzle would link his spirit to an ancient pharaoh.
He said friends with Bubble. What? I ain't know that. If you ain't never seen the anime Bubble, hey, you missing out.
Yami, always willing to lend Yugi a hand, and always on demon time while doing so. He's anime Jigsaw.
Okay. If you've never seen season 0 Yu-Gi-Oh, just know season 0 Yu-Gi-Oh is before the first season that you see in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters anime. There was a season 0 that was a dedicated anime before Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters ever came out, because there was a whole debacle about Yu-Gi-Oh! Originally going to be what season 0 was, but then it changed into Duel Monsters. Like, it's a lot, bro. Y'all should do your research. It was actually kind of cool. I ain't gonna lie. Kaiba's hair was like green or some shit. It's a lot, bro.
Yami wants to play a Shadow Game.
Whether it's Griddle Air Hockey, Mario Party with Chloroform,
That nigga was evil. Ow! Boy, you don't want to meet season 0 Yami Yugi. Yami Yugi in Duel Monsters versus season 0? Boy.
or the game that would take his world and ours by storm, Duel Monsters.
It's a summoner's war. Time
go.
to send monsters to the graveyard and take your foe down to 0 life points.
When Yugi's grandpa was kidnapped by the deranged CEO, Seto Kaiba, Yugi knew it was time to knock him down the only way he knows how, playing a children's card game.
And for his L, Kaiba was given a penalty game.
See? Seto Kaiba had green hair in season 0. This is season 0 right here.
Lose or cheat against Yami at your own peril. With the puzzle, Yami can punish you in some seriously messed up ways. Illusions of being set on fire, swapping your soul, or the infamous Mind Crush.
The Millennium Puzzle does far more than force hallucinations.
Yep.
It brings monsters to reality,
Yep.
forms barriers, manipulates probability, and seals away spirits.
Yep.
You can't buy this. It and 6 other Millennium items are juiced up by ghosts.
Despite Yami's retribution, Yugi wasn't aware of this darker half. Yami had amnesia, so he didn't know himself either. But after a run-in with enemy Millennium Ring user Dark Bakura and some seriously hardcore LARPing, Yugi and Yami learned each other's shtick and made the dynamic duo.
With friends Taya, Tristan, and their left leg Joey, Yugi and Yami were ready for anything.
Because Yugi had a great early deck. Monsters for offense, spells for effects, and traps for setups. Oh, and Exodi... Oh, there they go.
Okay, if Yugi's deck is so good, why isn't it the meta? Put me in, coach. Face my 2,000 card deck.
Don't be too quick to judge. Yugi's a very clever strategist. His style works best at maximizing the use of so-called terrible cards.
Yeah, cool story, Wiz, but what's he gonna do about the 3 blue eyes Kaiba's got aiming at his dome?
Simple. Summon the monster card Karibo and have him multiply. With a 1,000 strong meat shield, a dragon's breath is a gentle breeze.
Well, okay. Didn't know Yugi had that dog in him, but I'm about brute force.
Buster
Blader and Celtic Guardian are sick,
Celtic
nasty
Guardian.
swordsmen. Summon Skull shoots bolts
Hey,
of lightning,
Summon Skull.
and the giant soldier of stone can destroy moons.
Time Wizard's better. It's a living clock that fast forwards or rewinds a local area of time, turning monsters to infants or wizards into wise sages.
Speaking of wizardry, you can't have a Yugi deck without his right hand,
Hey,
Dark Magician,
Dark
and his
Magician.
apprentice, Dark Magician
Dark
Girl.
Magician
Both
girl.
are masters of dark magic, and Yugi often pairs them with the damage redirecting magic cylinder. Now that's thinking with portals.
Oh my gosh, I've had so many nightmares with that damn cylinder. Boy, I used to run into it so many times until I got it in my hands.
There's support monsters too. Catapult Turtle is a bot with a cannon that literally launches other monsters. And when Yugi comboed it with Gaia and Swords of Revealing Light, which immobilizes monsters, they brought down an entire fortress. Wait, that's not how the card game works. Is he cheating?
Well, we're prioritizing the manga and anime over anything else, which can differ from the real-world card game.
Yugi also has tons of spell cards.
Hell yeah, how Kaiba summoned 3 damn blue eyes white dragons in 1 turn without no substitution. I'm gonna make a short on that over on my main channel, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
Monster Reborn resurrects a fallen friend. Turn Jump is a time skip. And Pot of Greed lets Yugi draw 2 more cards, like Pot of Greed, which lets him draw 2 more cards, like...
If things get dicey, he has more trap cards to level the field, like Dimension Sphinx, which reflects damage directly back at the opponent's life points.
And if his monsters and life points get wiped, he can just press Ctrl-Z with Mirage Ruler to get them all back.
Pair these cards with Yugi and Yami's teamwork, and nothing could stand in their way. Not even the game's own creator, Pegasus.
Get this, Pegasus can read minds. So in their duel, Yugi and Yami kept swapping souls Freaky Friday style, trusting each other to pick up on the strategies they left behind. And the mind reader was stumped. Yeah, they cheated.
No, Pegasus was reading their minds. Regardless, Yugi and Yami are an excellent dueling pair. Yami trusts Yugi to improve on his plans, while Yugi expects Yami to be his bolder half.
They're not just smart. These card-slinging geeks are somehow expected to be fit enough to dodge lasers, resist getting their souls ripped out, and survive attacks from duel monsters. Even the most common duel monster can cause tsunamis, rain down meteors, and wreck cities.
And all of
Crazy,
this power
right?
culminated in Battle City, hosted by Kaiba Corp.
Because Kaiba really wanted that salty runback against his rival.
Salt only surpassed by Yami's biggest hater, Merrick, who
Merrick.
wanted the 3 Egyptian god cards to take him out. These cards were Slifer, the Electric Dragon,
Slifer
Ra,
the Sky
the
Dragon,
God Phoenix,
Ra,
and Obelisk,
and
who strikes with
Obelisk
the
the
power of
Tormentor.
infinity.
This was a different ball game altogether, but Yugi was starting to stand on his own 2 feet.
So Yami and Yugi kept dueling on in a battle city that never wants to end, or stop bullying Joey. But to claim the Egyptian gods, Yugi and Yami had to face them in duels, pulling off some ridiculously high IQ plays.
When battling Slifer, they used a handful of weak cards to create an infinite combo of attacks that went past the god's limits.
And later, Yugi combined Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl's magic into Black Burning magic, promptly defeating Ra.
This ain't new for the magicians. In the movie Bonds Beyond Time, they
Hey.
did something similar against Paradox. It's kinda crazy that together, the magicians can defeat the 10-star gods, which are way stronger than mid-tier monsters that are 5 to 9 stars.
Mid-tier cards aren't
I use Elemental Heroes. That's my Elemental Hero deck on Nexus that you could potentially see me do a video on a little bit later. I don't know if y'all want to see me do some duels, holla at me. But my main deck is Elemental Heroes. and every hero after that, like the ones from the later season in GX and more.
Pushovers, Darkhold Dragon is a sentient black hole, planet alignment moves solar systems, and Jaden's Glow Neos destroyed a relativity field that spawned an entire universe.
But at the top would be the great evil god Zork, who showed up to plunge existence into the realm of darkness. It was time for Yugi to finish the puzzle of who Yami really is.
If the monsters weren't real before, they sure were now. Everyone has soul energy, Ba, which manifests as Ka, or a spirit. When used in tandem with the bonds of his cards, Yugi can will dual monsters into reality, even drawing anyone he wishes by believing in the heart of the cards.
I knew it! He's been cheating all this time! He doesn't just make up rules, he's stacking his deck!
Not at all. For Yugi, drawing the card he needs isn't just luck, it's an actual skill that he developed. It's even expanded in following series like GX and 5Ds.
Okay, well, I'd be the king of games too if I could just decide I have a royal flush every round.
Whatever. Yami rediscovered his Egyptian past, his multiple lifelong bonds, and his real name, Atem.
Yep, Atem. Once he realized and remembered who he was, that boy became a menace. Also, we do not care about anything after 5Ds. All I care about is Season 0, Dual Monsters, GX, 5Ds, anything after 5Ds, I don't give a damn about. Continuing on.
Claiming his place as the ruler of the afterlife, Atem fused the Egyptian god cards to summon Harakti, the creator of light.
She's the ultimate duel monster who banished Zork and all of his scary darkness for good. The epitome of, screw you, I win.
No kidding, for Harakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's multiverse with that same light. Judgment had passed. Across many duels, evil was vanquished. There was only one more thing left to do.
A post-game boss duel between Yugi and Atem.
Their farewell was both climactic and bittersweet. Yugi had grown as a duelist and a person. His victory proved that he no longer needed Atem's help to be his bolder half.
Even when Atem was an entire dimension away or busy slapping the end of existence, he and Yugi would always be bros. Okay, it should have been me, not him. I'm sorry I called you a cheater. I was jealous, you're so cool.
Yugi moved on to a career in game design and passed the torch to future duelists.
Jaden Yuki, I love that dude. I like Jaden the most, I ain't gonna cap.
He would be remembered as the greatest duelist there ever was.
Except to Kaiba, who tried to ascend to the afterlife to rematch Atem.
That is a petty boy.
Goes to show you that money can't buy you happiness, but it sure can buy you a sweet rocket ship.
When I first see him attempt that and actually succeed, you gotta respect the hustle, guy. You know what I'm saying?
Will always be another story, another duel, another game. And you won't find yourself a better opponent than the king of games. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
Before we start, let's lay some ground rules.
We're treating this as a real-time fight, much like typical battles in the Pokemon anime and duels later on in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime.
Yep.
And given that the rules of Pokemon and duel monsters are clearly incompatible, we'll allow them to summon anything that's reasonably available to them.
It's time to death battle!
That was nice. Death battle! That's hard.
You okay, Pikachu? This 4-on-4 is tricky. Hang in there!
You have Spirit, but I have Lightning Blade and Excalibur to boost my attack, and I set one card face down to end my turn.
Whoa! Okay, guys, it's our turn now. Pikachu, throw him off with Quick Attack! Everyone else, back him up! Great job! Now, Thunderbolt!
Don't get ahead of yourself. You forgot about my face down card. Rise!
You fell for my trap card.
Dimension Space!
Oh, now.
Oh, I get it. Good thing we brought them all, right, Pikachu?
What do you mean, them all?
Yeah, turn that head around.
Charizard, I choose you!
Here she comes! Slifer the Sky Dragon! Oh nah! Woo, that Joker big! Pause. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, partner. Don't worry. It's my turn now.
Wait a damn minute. Hold on. Wait a damn minute. Why does that sound like Deku? Did they get the Deku actor for this? Huh.
I just need to believe.
Hell yeah, that gotta be Deku. Listen to this, chat.
In the heart of the cards.
Who's that Pokemon?
Araxi! Goddess of light! This is it! Magicians! Flash burning magic! Araxi! Chooser!
Oh yeah, GG's. 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 Oh. Oh, GG's. GG's.
Pikachu, let's finish this. Together!
Ash, that ain't gonna do nothing.
10 million volt Thunderbolt!
You activated my trap card!
Yes, sir. Magic Cylinder.
Send your Thunderbolt back to attack your
I knew it. Cook. I knew he had a magic
That was an
cylinder.
awesome duel, Ash.
KO!
That was awesome.
Oh, my childhood. Whiz, quick! I need your tears. We can save him.
There's a lot to this, so let's break it down by experience, strategy, and monsters. Starting with experience. Both Ash and Yugi have risen to the top, beating the best of the best, and traveled all over the world.
But Ash traveled more, was in more tourneys, and saved the world way more often. And despite what people say, he wins a lot.
Even Atem's stint as the Pharaoh doesn't tip the scale since he wasn't in charge for very long. Plus, Pokemon evolve over time, literally and figuratively. While Yugi's deck is obviously adjustable, the cards are unchanging, unable to grow like Ash's Pokemon.
So Ash wins in experience, but when it comes to strategy, he's a wild card.
He's skilled at improvisation and using the environment to win. Even machines cannot comprehend his tactics.
But the same goes for Yugi. Gotta remember, Yugi and Atem's teamwork is second to none. They're masters at exploiting weaknesses, setting up tricks, and surprising foes with so-called weak cards.
Both could likely adjust to each other's unpredictability, so a Dark Horse-style win was unlikely.
But Ash's secret weapon is his bond with his Pokemon, boosting their power. I'm not just talking about Pikachu. His power of friendship invented an evolution for Greninja. That's crazy. Ash's trust in his Pokemon knows no limits.
Silly as it may sound, Yugi trusts his deck in the same way. The heart of the cards is real, and Yugi is determined to support his monsters with spells, traps, and buffs. Look at his duels with Merrick and Paradox, where he bolstered his weaker cards to take down gods. With Ba and Ka, his bonds with his cards manifest them into reality, not so dissimilar from Ash Greninja.
Yeah, Ash has aura, but he never mastered it. And specialties like Mega Evolution and Gigantamax, while awesome, only work with specific Pokemon.
And since Ash focuses on offense far more than support, Yugi could control the pace of the fight with cards like Swords of Revealing Light and Magic Cylinder.
But I know some of you are asking, what if Ash threw hands? The kid's strong enough to chuck trees and lift baby gods. Just punch him, man. Well, Yugi's similarly tough, and the Millennium Puzzle can make shields, steal ghosts, cast illusions, and mess with minds. If Ash actually tried to punch him, it'd be Mewtwo all over again.
It's a close call, but Yugi takes the edge in strategy.
So it all comes down to the monsters. Yugi had a slightly larger pool of monsters, but Ash's can clear out island-wide storms, fight terraforming beasts, and are stronger than the black hole summoning Gardevoir.
However, Yugi's can rain down meteors, compete with larger black holes, and even the mid-tiers scale to glow Neos, destroying that relativity field with a universe. And Herakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's whole multiverse, surpassing even Solgaleo's Sunsteel Strike and Dialga's Roar of Time.
And Yugi had more than just monsters on the field. Ash's strength was also his weakness. His power was evenly spread, reliant only on his remaining Pokemon.
If Mr. Mime faints, no more Psychic Barriers. If he lost Lucario, no more Mega Evolution, and so on. The longer the battle went, the less Pokemon Ash had, and he did not have a reliable way to bring them back. He doesn't carry revives on him, and even then, reviving Pokemon in the anime is entirely different from the games. Meanwhile, Yugi had cards like Mirage Ruler and Monster Reborn that could instantly recall powers he's lost.
And he can, bend fate to draw whatever card he wants, and we didn't even cover them all. Really, Yugi's deck has no pathetic cards.
Exactly. Yugi's versatility and power swept Ash's options, giving his monsters the lead. He just needed the right moment to knock Ash stone cold.
That was a good attempt at a pun, Wiz. You might not think it's Pharaoh, but Ash got Yugi owned.
The winner is Yugi Moto.
Like it or not, someone's childhood is dying today. Magic Cylinder being the bane of people's existence, even in death battle. Bro, I literally said something about that earlier in the reaction. That damn cylinder. That damn cylinder. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, right? It's a pain in everybody's ass. It's very telling that Ash didn't lose to the multiversal being creator of all light, but instead to that damn cylinder. Yeah, I agree. That threw me way off, but I didn't really want to say nothing. He should have lost that instantly. Pegasus voice. Ashy boy. Hey man, if y'all enjoyed this video like I did, let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section. Was there any flaws? Was there anything that they got right that you agree with? Like, let's talk about it. And until the next time, I'll see y'all in the next video. Shalom.
Hey, listen.
Rose petals on the floor. The one from my dreams, and you're with me right now. Mi amor. Right here and now, I'll give you a taste. Snake princess, I'll be your gift.